In this video, we're going to look at momentum and solve some practice problems involving momentum. The formula for momentum is P equals mv. So in this formula, P, this is momentum. We represent it with the letter P. You'll notice it has a little arrow over the top. That's because momentum is a vector quantity, meaning it has direction. The units for momentum are kilograms times meters per second. The m here is mass, so the mass of the object measured in kilograms. And the v is velocity, also a vector quantity. And velocity will be measured in meters per second. So we're going to look at 3 examples. The first is solving for momentum. So a straightforward question where we're solving for momentum. We're going to start by identifying what information we have. So we have a 2,100 kilogram car. That is our mass. We also have this velocity of 22 meters per second east. That is our velocity. So we have those 2 pieces of information. Our formula, momentum equals mass times velocity. Our units are all correct. So we can plug in our numbers, 2,100 kilograms times 22 meters per second east. And that's going to equal 46,200 kilogram meters per second. We could also write this in scientific notation as 4.62 times 10 to the 4 kilogram meters per second, and the direction on our momentum is going to be east. In the next example, we'll be solving for the velocity of an object given its momentum and mass. So here we have momentum, 7,200 kilogram meters per second south. So we have a direction, we have the correct units, that is our momentum. We also have a mass, 350 kilograms. So our formula, momentum equals mass times velocity, can be solved for for velocity by dividing both sides by the mass. That gives us the formula of velocity is momentum over mass, and we can plug our numbers in. So 7,200 kilogram meters per second south divided by 350 kilograms. And we get a velocity of 20.6 meters per second south. Our final example is going to be solving for mass if we have both the velocity and the momentum. So we have momentum here, 1.6 times 10 to the 5 kilogram meters per second in the north direction. So that is our momentum. We also have velocity. You'll notice the momentum and velocity are in the same direction. We have a velocity of 260 kilometers per hour north. Now our velocity has the wrong units. We need to convert this to meters per second. So we'll do that first. 260 kilometers per hour times 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. That's going to allow us to cancel out those hours. And then times 1,000 meters per 1 kilometer, and that will allow us to cancel out our kilometers. And the velocity of our helicopter is 72.2 meters per second north. Now we have that, we're able to solve for our mass. So again, momentum is mass times velocity. If we're looking to solve for the mass, we're going to divide both sides by velocity. That will give us, oopsies, mass equals momentum over velocity, which is going to equal 1.6 times 10 to the 5 kilogram meters per second north divided by 72.2 meters per second north. Now, if you're a little bit wary about scientific notation, this is the same as 1, 6, 0, 0, 0, 0. So if you look, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces after the 1. That's where the 10 to the 5 comes in. And we do this division, we get a mass of 2,216 kilograms, which we can also write as 2.2 times 10 to the 3 kilograms.